Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to the Leading Stars ECCE program brought to you by the Ministry of Education. I am Uncle Matthew and I will help you to get ready for the day. I hope that you had a good breakfast and that you're ready to get started. Now, we have our circle time. We start our day with the national anthem. So, feet together, hands at your side, stand tall, and here we go. 3, 4. Very good. Now we're going to say the national pledge. We'll be saying this together. 3, 4.
I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of my God and my country. I will honor my parents, my teachers, my leaders, and my elders, and those in authority. I will be clean and honest in all my thoughts, my words, and my deeds. I will strive in everything I do to work together with my fellow men of every creed and race for the greater happiness of all and the honor and glory of my country.
Great job. Now I need you to put your hands together, close your eyes, and bow your head for us to say the school prayer. Are you ready? 3, 4.
Praise be to you, Almighty God, Creator of the universe and all that is in it. We thank you, O Father, for the opportunity which you are giving us to increase our knowledge. May your divine grace enable us to study hard and use what we learn for the good of our fellow citizens. We pray that you will free us from selfishness, lust, greed, anger, and hatred. Warm our hearts with love, fill our minds with understanding, and strengthen our will in the face of difficulties. Help us, O Father, to make our beloved country of Trinidad and Tobago the kind of place you want it to be. A place where human dignity is respected, where equal rights are accorded to all citizens, where hard work is encouraged and rewarded, and where you, O God, reign supreme.
It's time for our good morning songs. You ready to go? Let's sing along.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We hope you have a good time today. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We hope you have a good time today.
Good morning, preschool friends, how are you? Good morning, preschool friends, how are you? We're here to work and play, so let's start the day. Good morning, preschool friends, how are you? wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Early in the morning, the wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish. Early in the morning, the horn on the bus go beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus go beep, beep, beep. Early in the morning.
Okay, so we've been standing for a while. It's time to sit down, reach deep into your pockets, take out your listening ears, and prepare for current affairs and story time. Now, you have to listen very carefully because there will be questions after. Alright, let's go.
Hello, boys and girls. I am Auntie Mary. I am here to talk about something very exciting. But first, I have a question. Do you have a mask? I'm sure you do, because it's very important to wear a mask right now. Is it decorated with your favorite character? Or boys and girls, do you have a favorite character? Like Spider-Man, or Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Peppa Pig, Hello Kitty, or even Paw Patrol. Think about it. It will be a great idea to decorate your mask. And if you don't have a favorite character, I think you can draw something. Yes, you can pull out your lovely crayons, but I think markers will work better. How about using some recyclable materials? Some things that you can pick up around the house. Get your glue and get started. Just create, boys and girls, just create anything that would make your mask pretty. But be sure to get permission from your mom and dad before decorating your mask. You don't want to get mommy or daddy angry. And you know what, boys and girls? You can pretend to be a first responder, like a doctor or a nurse. You might want to get your doctor kit. Yes, you have to put things in there to take care of your mom or your dad or your grandma, your brother or sister. But you know what too? You can use your doll. If you have a teddy bear, you could use that as well, you know. You will be just like Dr. Max Stuffing. Welcome to Story Time with the ECCE division. Do you like books, boys and girls? I'm sure you do. The more you read, the more you will know. The more you learn, the more places you will go. Remember, boys and girls, it is important to keep your books safe because there's a lot you could learn from a book. This week, we will be observing International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer. How exciting! Do you know that the ozone layer protects our planet? I'm going to read a story about a little girl who loves her planet. Can you guess the name of the story, boys and girls? If you said, I love my planet, you are correct. I Love My Planet, written by Peter Retchingbash. When I go shopping, I do not use plastic bags, but I use cloth bags instead. I never litter. I put all my rubbish in the bin. I recycle and sort my rubbish into different bins: paper, bio, plastic, and glass. When I see other people littering, I remind them of the right thing to do. I always turn off the lights when I'm the last person to leave the room. I do not overfill my plate, so I do not waste food. I try not to watch too much TV and spend my time playing outside instead. I turn off the tap while brushing my teeth to make sure I do not waste water. Water is precious. I remind my family and friends to reuse their bath water to water the plants. I give away or exchange books and toys I do not need anymore. Instead of traveling by car, my family and I try to take the bus or cycle or walk. I save our trees by drawing on both sides of the paper. I plant herbs and flowers in the garden and help to keep our earth green. I water them to help them grow. I make my own colors from flowers and vegetables. We are the children of Gelsenkirchen. And boys and girls, we are the children of Trinidad and Tobago. And this is how we love our planet. Yes, boys and girls, and this is how I want you to love your planet. Thank you, boys and girls, for listening to this wonderful story. Now, I have some questions for you, so I hope you are ready. Can you tell me some of the things you can do to help save your planet? So I'll give you 1 minute to think about it, and then, even though you are at home, you could shout out the answers. Auntie Mary has floppy ears, and she will hear you. First question. What kind of bags do you use to go to the supermarket? Do you use plastic bags, boys and girls? I'm not hearing you. If you said no, you are correct, because now you have to ask Mommy and Daddy to use cloth bags instead. Good job, guys. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Good job. Now remember, you must not, and if you said you must not litter, you are correct. You must put all your rubbish in a bin. Good job, boys and girls. Yes, you must put all your rubbish in a bin. Now, when you see others littering, what would you do? Come on, I know you have the answers. Yes, good job. Remind them of the right thing to do. Good job, guys. And remember, if you are the last person to leave the room, what should you do? I am listening. Shout out the answers. Yes, you must turn off the lights. Good job. You all are great listeners, you know. Remember, you must not spend too much time looking at the TV. I think you should go where? Yes, I think you should go outdoors and try and play sometime. And very important, boys and girls, turn off the tap while brushing your teeth. Make sure you do not waste water. Water is precious. Oh my gosh, you all really listen to this story. You all listen to Auntie Mary. I am so proud of you guys. And if you have paper, what should you do with the paper? Good job. So you write on both sides of the paper. And if you are doing that right now, give yourselves a tight hug, or ask Mommy or Daddy or your brother or sister to give you a tight hug. Boys and girls, I hope you really enjoyed this story, and we will work together to love your planet. Stay tuned for more stories with the ECCE division.
We've got the whole world in our hands.
the whole world in our hands. We've got the whole world in our hands. We've got the whole world in our hands.
She's got the sun and the moon in her hands. She's got the sun and the moon in her hands. She's got the sun and the moon in her hands. She's got the whole world in her hands.
He's got the mountains and the valleys in his hands. He's got the mountains and the valleys in his hands. He's got the mountains and the valleys in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
She's got the plains and the deserts in her hands. She's got the plains and the deserts in her hands. She's got the plains and the deserts in her hands. She's got the whole world in her hands.
He's got the lakes and the rivers in his hands. He's got the lakes and the rivers in his hands. He's got the lakes and the rivers in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
She's got the trees and the flowers in her hands. She's got the trees and the flowers in her hands. She's got the trees and the flowers in her hands. She's got the whole world in her hands.
He's got the birds of the air in his hands. He's got the birds of the air in his hands. He's got the birds of the air in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
She's got the fish of the sea in her hands. She's got the fish of the sea in her hands. She's got the fish of the sea in her hands. She's got the whole world in her hands.
He's got the towns and the cities in his hands. He's got the towns and the cities in his hands. He's got the towns and the cities in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. We've got the whole world in our 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 hands.
I hope you listened very carefully. Now you're going to do your individual activities for today. I will be back at 10:45 for stories and rhymes. Have a great activity session. Welcome back to the Leading Stars ECCE program. I hope you enjoyed today's activity. Now, we're going to listen to a story. I hope you remember what to do when listening to a story. Do you remember? That's right. Listening ears. Here we go.
Boys and girls, welcome to Storytime with the ECCE division. I am Auntie Mary. Do you like to have fun, boys and girls? And make lots of noise? Today our story is about two brothers, Yeshu and Kan. One loves to make noise and the other one is quiet. I promise you this story will be so much fun. The name of the story is A Time to Be Noisy, written by Shelley Webster. Yeshu likes to start his morning with a stretch and a yawn. Oh. Today is a special day. Yeshu and his brother Kan will spend the whole day together. Kan wants to make sure that they both have a great day. So this morning, he wakes up with a yippee! Yeshu covers his ears and says, "It's so early. Can we please wake up with a whisper?" Kan worries that breakfast takes too long. He wants to start their day with fun. But Yeshu says that they must have breakfast. At breakfast, Yeshu likes to sit and eat, but Khan stands and eats with a Yeshu says, can you swallow without a slurp? After breakfast, it is time to play hide and seek. Khan hides and Yeshu begins his search. Khan is worried again. What if Yeshu can't see him? He shouts, I'm here! I'm here! Yeshu says, that's not how hide and seek works. You need to be still and quiet. Next, Khan sees a flock of birds. He shouts, whee! And scares the birds away. Yeshu sneezes, achoo! And gets a little grumpy. Achoo! Now I've got feathers up my nose. They go to the river and Yeshu says, I know a fun game. It's called Who Can Stay Quiet for the Longest? Do you want to play? Khan does not find that game much fun at all. Yeshu tries to catch fish for lunch. Khan wants to help him. He yells, hey, fishy, 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 fishy! Hey, fishy, fishy, fishy! Yeshu sighs. Please try to be quieter, Khan. Yeshu tries to catch fish again, but the fish are gone. As they walked home, Khan is quiet. He decides that he will never make a sound, ever and ever again. He decides that this fun day is not a fun day after all. Yeshu tries singing and even makes a funny face, but Khan closes his eyes and sticks his finger in his ears. Rumble, grumble, and somebody's tummy gives a grumble. Yeshu and Khan laugh. They can't stop. They roar with laughter. They shout and sing and dance as loudly as they can. This time, Yeshu realizes something. There are times to be quiet and there are times to be noisy. Yeshu makes jam and honey sandwiches, which they eat together. Even Khan sits and eats in silence. Later, they go back to the river and play. Who can stay quiet for the longest? Khan thinks that today has been the most fun because anything is fun when he does it with Yeshu, even if it means doing something quietly. But then Khan just can't help shouting, got it! And he has a fish, a beautiful fish. And this time, even Yeshu yells, yippee! Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this story. I hope you did some of the actions too. But it's now question time. And I know you love question time because it's here you find out how well you were listening. So, my first question, who could remember the name of the two brothers? Now think about it, boys and girls. I want you to think about it, and I want you to shout out that answer. Okay, I'm listening. If you said, Yeshu and Khan, you are correct. Great job, guys. Great job. You all are doing so well. I am enjoying this story. Can you make a whisper? What is a whisper? Yes, a whisper is when you talk very softly. Nice. What did Khan and Yashu plan? What were they going to do? Yes, they were going to have a fun day. And I know you like to have a fun day with your mommies and your daddies and your brothers and sisters. Yes, but something about these brothers. One was quiet, remember that? And one was very noisy. But could you remember too the songs that they made? Yes, the first one was we call that a slurp. Yes, he made that slurp. And there were some other animals in this story. Yes, there were. Oh, I'll give you a hint. Boys and girls. They were covered in feathers. And I think someone is shouting the answer at home right now. Yes, we heard about some birds. Gosh, boys and girls, you all are listening up and I love that so much. And then there was, and we heard the song going, fishy, 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 fishy. If you guessed that, you were correct. Okay, boys and girls, I'm so happy you enjoyed this story. And could you tell me the name of the story again? Yes, A Time to Be Noisy. Thank you for listening to Story Time with the ECCE Division. I am Auntie Mary. Keep safe, boys and girls. Keep washing your hands and wearing your mask. Good job, guys. Take care. So, boys and girls, I know you have been listening and I'm sure you were sitting. So now it's time for some movement. We are going to sing and dance.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray.
Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, sonnez les matines, ding ding dong, are you sleeping, brother John, morning bells are ringing, ding ding dong.
Have you ever made popcorn before?
Oh, it's fun.
Well, let's get ready to make some more. 5 popcorn kernels sizzling in the pot. Shake 'em, shake 'em, shake 'em, shake 'em till they're hot. All of a sudden, one went pop. 4 popcorn kernels sizzling in the pot.
4 popcorn kernels sizzling in the pot. Shake 'em, shake 'em, shake 'em, shake 'em till they're hot. And all of a sudden, one went pop. 3 popcorn kernels sizzling in the pot.
Well, 3 popcorn kernels sizzling in the pot. Shake 'em, shake 'em, shake 'em, shake 'em till they're hot. When all of a sudden, one went pop. 2 popcorn kernels sizzling in the pot.
2 popcorn kernels sizzling in the pot. Shake 'em, shake 'em, shake 'em, shake 'em till they're hot. All of a sudden, one went pop. 1 popcorn kernel sizzling in the pot.
1 popcorn kernel sizzling in the pot. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake it till it's hot. All of a sudden, 1 went pop.
No more popcorn kernels sizzling in the pot.
You listened very well. It's time for lunch. Before we eat, there's something that we must do. Who knows what it is we should do? That's right, we need to wash our hands with soap before we eat. Remember, lather your hands and wash between your fingers properly. I will be back at 12:30 for recall. Enjoy your lunch. Welcome back, boys and girls, to the Leading Stars ECCE program. I hope you had a delicious lunch. We had a very fun day today. Can you remember what we did? Yes? Well, let's see.
I hope you had a great time learning and you had lots of fun today. You had your circle time where you sang the national anthem, where you did your prayer, where you said the pledge, and you had your individual activity, and I'm sure that was lots of fun. Today you got to see Auntie. Yes, you may not see her like in school, but you get to talk to Auntie today. And you had story time and you had your physical activity. But I have a question for you. Can you remember the name of the stories you did today? Okay, so the first story was I Love My Planet. And the second story was A Time to Be Noisy. But I know you learned a lot from these stories. Yes, we learned a lot, and very important, you must remember, you must not litter. What about if you are the last person to leave the room? What should you do with the lights? You are correct, guys. You are correct. You need to turn it off. And when you are brushing your teeth, before you have your breakfast, and before you go to bed at night, should you leave the water running? I think not. Yes, you turn the tap off once you are not using the water. Water is precious. And if you shouted that word precious, I am very proud of you. What about paper? Should we just write on one side of the paper? No. Oh no. We should use both sides. And remember, if you have to go somewhere and it's a short distance away, you do not need mommy or daddy to take you in their car. You can use your bike. Or you can just take a walk. I think that is important too. Guys, I want you to remember, you have to save your planet. And you have to remember some of the things in the story so you will be able to do a great job. We are proud of you and thank you when you listen to the story. Because remember, you have to listen so you will learn all the fun things to do. I don't know if you remember Yeshu and Khan. They were brothers. And one loves lots of, oh yes, one loves lots of noise. And the other one, he just likes to be quiet. But what did we learn from that story? Yes, there's a time to be quiet and there's a time to be noisy. So, when Auntie is talking to you. You have to remember that's listening time, and story time is also listening time. Good job, guys. Good job. So, if you remember the story well, you would remember brothers, which would be like your family. They wanted to do lots of fun things. And like you, because you are home, you can do lots of fun things with your brothers and your sisters, or even your grandma or grandpa. You can do lots of things with them. However, remember, there's a time that you need to be quiet, very, very quiet. And sometimes, yes, you can make lots of noise and sing and dance. I hope you really enjoyed today, because we enjoyed being with you, even though we can't be in your homes or you can't be in school with us. We enjoyed being with you. Boys and girls, let's listen to this fun song.
You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you put your left foot in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, you put your right hand in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your left hand in, you put your left hand out, you put your left hand in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your right hip in, you put your right hip out, you put your right hip in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your left hip in, you put your left hip out, you put your left hip in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your elbows in, you put your elbows out, you put your elbows in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your head in, you put your head out, you put your head in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your whole self in, you put your whole self out, you put your whole self in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your whole self in, you put your whole self out, you put your whole self in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your whole self in, you put your whole self out, you put your whole self in and you shake it all about. You shake it all about, you shake it all about. That's what it's all about.
This is the way we clean our teeth, clean our teeth, clean our teeth. This is the way we clean our teeth every night and morning. This is the way we brush our hair, brush our hair, brush our hair. This is the way we brush our hair every night and morning. This is the way we have our bath, have our bath, have our bath. This is the way we have our bath every night and morning.
Good evening, it was such a lovely day. Good evening,
that's it. We're finished for today. Join me again where we can have another fun-filled day of learning. Have a good afternoon, boys and girls, and stay safe.
Wash your hands, do-do-do-do-do. Wash your hands, do-do-do-do-do. Wash your hands, do-do-do-do-do. Wash your hands. Grab some soap, do-do-do-do-do. Grab some soap, do-do-do-do-do. Grab some soap, do-do-do-do-do. Grab some soap. Rub your hands, do-do-do-do-do. Rub your hands, do-do-do-do-do. Rub your hands, do-do-do-do-do. Rub your hands. Rinse your hands, do-do-do-do-do. Rinse your hands, do-do-do-do-do. Rinse your hands, do-do-do-do-do. Rinse your hands. Dry your hands, do-do-do-do-do. Dry your hands, do-do-do-do-do. Dry your hands, do-do-do-do-do. Dry your hands. What else can we do? Cover your sneeze, do-do-do-do-do. Cover your sneeze, do-do-do-do-do. Cover your sneeze, do-do-do-do-do. Cover your sneeze. Cough into your elbow, do-do-do-do-do. Cough into your elbow, do-do-do-do-do. Cough into your elbow, do-do-do-do-do. Cough into your elbow. Safe at last, do-do-do-do-do. Safe at last.